What's going on, YouTube fam, and welcome back to another video. And today we are going to be talking about the best and worst dating apps to use here in Mexico. Now, the reason I'm making this video because some of you out there have asked me about the dating scene and how things are, and it's a pretty hot topic, And of course, if you're planning on coming here to visit, to live, spend an extended period of time, and you're single, you want to know what it's like. Now, these are those for you that use dating apps, or if you're thinking about using dating apps. Now, we all know, of course, that in person is the best way, but in 2023 we're living in a time where it's not always that practical, just depending on where you are. Still possible, but it really just depends on you and how you approach things. So we're going to talk about the best ones, the worst ones, and this is based on me using them as well as other people that I've spoken to and other things that I've read. And we're going to break them down, like why these ones are not so good, why these are so good, and the benefits of them, and the pros and cons, of course. So we can get into it. So we're going to talk about 5 different apps that 3 of them are not so great and 2 of them work pretty well. So let's get into it. So let's start with the first app, POF, also Plenty of Fish. I found here in Mexico it's not that great. For example, a lot of the profiles are, they don't even seem real, and a lot of the profiles are just like trash, honestly. Some people make fake profiles. The response rate, even if you do find someone you're interested in talking to, the response rate, just finding good quality, I think it's just that it's not that good. It used to be good back in the day, but not these days. And then even now, even if you download the app, they want to make you pay for every little thing. Even with apps that have premium options, you can still message and people. Of course, there's going to be a limit, but there is absolutely ridiculous. Like little features, you got to pay for it. It's just not really good selection. And I think it's because it's not widely used. And yeah, not good. So POF, not good. I just, and then the user interface, it's not really user friendly. I just think that these dating app companies, or these companies, they make these and they don't really put much thought into it. You know what I mean? Some of them nickel and dime you like a budget airline, So yeah, stay away from Plenty of Fish. I'm not saying it can never work, but in terms of, getting good matches and actually talking to people, setting up dates and being able to message people without having to pay a fee, not worth it. Definitely not worth it. All right. So let's go to number 2. And that one is Hinge. Now, as we know, Hinge, it works really well in the United States. I'm not sure. I believe it's around the world too. It works really well in the United States. More people use it. Here in Mexico, not so much. Now, maybe in a place like Mexico City. Here in Guadalajara, I'll see a few profiles, but nothing really. I'm matched with a couple of girls and then, nothing really comes of it. So it's not really the best. It is a good one in general. It's a good one in general, but I think the market here hasn't really, people haven't really latched onto it. The exception is you find maybe some Mexicans that use it that are in the high, upper class in terms of socioeconomic status, or they've been to the States or abroad where they used it and they just keep they'll keep their profile active here. So while it is possible to meet on there, it's a lot more difficult because it's just not much selection. The app is really well designed and it's really straight to the point, but if nobody's using it, then you really, if you only get a few matches and then, the stack is empty, what's the point, So every once in a while I'll look into it just to see, but, either it's going to be a couple of good ones, but you never match up, or it's, those people who are trying to promote their Instagram. How that goes. So yeah, Hinge is not so good here in Mexico. Then again, I'm speaking in Guadalajara and then where I've been in other parts of Mexico. I haven't used it in Mexico City, so I don't know. I would imagine maybe more because Mexico City is an international city. It's a big city. So more millions of people. So maybe it's better there. But in general, Hinge is not that great. All right. And the third one that's not so great, OkCupid. Now, OkCupid's been around for a while, and I remember it used to be really good. But one thing I noticed in Mexico, there are people on there, and they'll match with you, they don't respond, or you'll talk for a little bit, they don't respond, and there's not that many matches as well. And they changed it a lot too. Like on the app is completely different. They're making you want to pay for stuff. And I understand, you're out there to make money, but you got companies out there like that do dating sites that still give you good options if you want to keep the free option, just to use it without having to pay. So, and they work, you know what I mean? So I think that OkCupid is not great. And if these are something now, I'm just saying to Mexico now, these can work well in the U.S. But I think another thing with OkCupid too is that they changed their interface. They changed the way things work. It's been through all these changes. It was good back in the day, some years ago, but here, not so good. So you really won't find many matches. Like I've had one date off of there, but nothing really came of it. We went out twice, but nothing really came of it. And other times you talk and then they stop responding or they're too far away. Like I set mine at Guadalajara, but then I'm seeing people in the north of Mexico, like Sonora or Mexico City, or just scattered around. So there's just not that many people using it and not that many matches. And it's not like it used to be. It's not that great. So I would say those, and these are not just like my opinions. These are like me using it and seeing how they work here. And those three, let's not do that. So to recap of the worst ones to stay away from, is POF, Plenty of Fish, Hinge, and OkCupid. Those are not the cream of the crop out here in Mexico, okay? Now let's get to the two best ones. Now, these two best ones are obviously you all out there who are familiar with dating apps are gonna know, but these work the best in my opinion. More people use them and better quality, better user interface, more options, okay? And there's gonna be, now before I get into those two, just know there are other sites like Latin Cupid and all kinds of other different things like that. I haven't used those, so I'm only speaking on the ones that I know. Maybe if you guys like this video, I can do a follow-up and I can do a test and see if those are any good. So let's get into sorry about the motorcycle in the back. That always happens when I want to record a video. So anyway, let's get into the next two. So now we're going to start out with the infamous Tinder. Yes, Tinder is probably the most popular dating app in the world, okay? You can use it in every country. I've used it in Europe. I've used it in Latin America, United States. It's there, and it's the most popular one, and you can get good results. Now, of course, we all know you're going to find the flakes on there who, some who just want to post their Instagram, follow me on Instagram, or, ones that don't want to respond back to you. So that's always going to happen. You know what I mean? Now, let me change where I am right now because that's getting ridiculous. Sorry, y'all. I was sitting there and they're just doing all that noise. So basically, Tinder is good because you can use different features of Tinder. So you can use Tinder for free and you can still make matches. Now, if you pay, there's different ways you could pay for where it's I don't know, you get $5 a month, $10 a month, and that gives you more capabilities and you don't have limits. You could swipe unlimitedly. The cons of Tinder are, you're going to find some on there who are just not serious about meeting up. Because think about it, I could speak as a guy dating women. A lot of women here, even just, they don't have to be the most beautiful. They have more options. It's just the way it is. Women have more options. So there's guys hitting them up all the time, wanting to talk to them and stuff like that. And, they don't got time for everybody. So, you can meet some quality women off of there. I've had good dates off of there. I've met good women off of there. But for the most part, that one works well. If you get the premium option, you can swipe around the country, or you can even start before you get to Mexico. If you want to have dates set up before you come, I think the smart way, all right? So definitely Tinder. It has its good and has its bad, but I think it's definitely worth using. You know what I mean? And they say it's all about hookups, but there's some decent ones on there that are not just about the hookup stuff. So it really all depends on what you're looking for, all right? Now let's talk about the one that I think it's a little bit better, Bumble. Now, for those of you out there who don't know, Bumble is a service where the women make the first move. So they'll hit you up, start the conversation, and you continue. And I find that the women on here tend to be more serious about meeting up. There's not as many phony profiles on there. You know what I mean? So yes, you're going to get some flakes. Yes, things are going to fizzle out. But in terms of the quality of the people, definitely Bumble. And Bumble also is really good if you're looking to look for something serious, a relationship too. More people are on that. That are looking for that, for the most part. If you're looking to have fun, you can do that. Whatever pretty much you want, you can do that. And they also have a premium option, which is a little more expensive than Tinder, but depending on what you do, if you're willing to pay or how much you're willing to pay, or you're just going to stick with the free stuff, which is good too, because, hey, it still works. You just get a limited amount of matches. I'm not sure how many, but it's limited. So with there, it's really user-friendly, and a lot of people here in Mexico use it. All around Mexico, I've seen it, different places that I've been. And it's very used. There's a lot of users, so it's not going to be like, oh, I see a few profiles and then that's it. You know what I mean? No, there's a lot. So Yeah, those are the best dating apps. Those last two, I would say. Let me know if I'm missing anything out there, y'all. Like I said, I know there's more and I haven't used the other ones, but if you guys like this, let me know. I can definitely make another video, try those out just for like a trial if y'all found this video interesting. But I want to say thank you for tuning in. And let me know what your thoughts. If you had experience dating in Mexico using dating apps, put it in the comments. I want to know. Let me know. Share with the community. And let me know what it's like or what you thought about the video. You're much appreciated. Thank you for the subscribers. Thank you for the newcomers. Anybody who watches the video. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you haven't. Don't forget to get like. And stay tuned because more videos are coming soon. Y'all have an amazing day. Peace, y'all.